Peace, YouTube family. This is Ray with Imperial Flame Family Pit. Just wanted to take a minute to put up this video of working pit bull dogs. And I do not make a distinction between the American Pit Bull Terrier and the working pit bull dog. I think the distinction has come in because of the term game dog, or the use of the term game dog in reference to the American Pit Bull Terrier. The term game dog has almost become synonymous with the American Pit Bull Terrier. And although we do acknowledge that a great deal of the recording and the systematic breeding of the American Pit Bull Terrier occurred as a result of the dogfighting aspect, it would be a mistake to say that the game dog variety of American Pit Bull Terrier is the only variety of American Pit Bull Terrier. For instance, you have a great deal of family pet bulls, if you will, that have been running around this country for quite some time, unpapered, and nevertheless, in some cases mongrels, but in some cases bred only to family dogs, bred only to their own own family of dogs, if you will. So I say all of that to say the term game dog, I like to be more specific about. I refer to that as the box dogs, right? And the box dogs are the dogs that were bred solely to go into the box. So this is a dog that didn't have any other purpose than dog aggression, and it would be very specifically matched to a dog at its weight, right? Occasionally, a dog would be asked to go uphill or even double dog. But that, those were, when we say uphill, we mean that the dog would, match at a weight heavier than its weight. Um, those types of, and mind you, I'm only talking hearsay, these are things I've heard people say from years in the past when I was a kid, over here the old timers talking, and they would say things like that. But at the end of the day, my point being that you definitely have a strain of dogs that was bred solely for the box. But that is not the entirety of the American Pit Bull Terrier. And I believe that is where a great deal of confusion has set in, because of the fact that this term game dog has almost become synonymous with the American Pit Bull Terrier. It means that the American Pit Bull Terrier has been bred for generations upon generations solely as a fighting dog. That's not true either. This dog has been bred as a family dog and as a farm dog for generations upon generations and upon generations, right? Before even coming to this country, starting out as the Bull and Terrier breed from which the American Pit Bull Terrier has sprung. And again, we say American Pit Bull Terrier somewhat tongue in cheek because we are talking about a breed which we all love dearly, but it ranges from everything from dogs as small as greyhounds to dogs as large as mastiffs, right? And we've seen the full gamut, or the full spectrum of dogs in between. So that said, I felt like the American Pit Bull Terrier was definitely in need of a remake. It was in need of a reimaging. You understand? I love this breed. I love to have these dogs. And I know from personal experience that these dogs are so much more than the public image and even what some so called dogmen are propagating regarding them, period. And what I mean by that is if you show this as a one dimensional dog, which has been traditionally bred for dog fighting, of course, that's not its current role or purpose, right? But if it if you only show this one dimension of the dog, the logical question comes in going forward, what use is there for the breed? How do you preserve a dog that was exclusively bred for dog fighting without fighting the dog? Obviously, you have to commit the dog to new and more purposeful uses if you expect the breed to survive. And I repeat this to all my marvelous dog men, to all my committed APBT purists. If you expect the breed to survive, you have got to have a better answer than preserving a fighting dog by not fighting it anymore. You have got to show that this so called fighting dog is actually a very utilitarian family, farm oriented type of animal that can be used for catch work, hauling work, and every other purpose for which a man would have a use of a dog. And that is the original American Pit Bull Terrier. And I dare somebody to tell me that I'm wrong. Period. So, with that said, I hope y'all continue to enjoy this particular video. I don't like to go into long diatribes. I do like to show that the reason I work my dogs and I create these videos is to dialogue that work. I like to show the purpose of breeding a particular dog, right? Can this dog work when it's called upon to work? When the work is brand new to it, it's never done this before. In this particular video that you're watching, Bull has never ever been asked to pull a load of groceries for 15 to 20 minutes. Never been asked to do anything like this, especially not in the heat of a noonday heat of a summer day. Um, I believe this video is recorded June 10th of 2020, so we're dead smack in the middle of the COVID crisis, and it definitely arose the thought arose to me as to you know when shit hits the fan. Like there weren't many Uber drivers or Lyft drivers around, So if I wanted to just catch a ride to the supermarket and back, I couldn't really do that, right? Nobody's really moving around. There's all sorts of bans and stuff going on, but nobody said my dogs couldn't come out. And so when I brought them out here to do this work, I mean, you're looking at the video. Well, you can't really hear the video. I've dubbed it for this narrative. But the response from people was absolutely, you can imagine. And nowhere did you see them holding up traffic. There was no point where, there was an inconvenience to the community at large. They brought their groceries home. They committed a service to their family. They were shown as a service to the community. Uh, there were barking dogs. There were people passing by. There was so much going on during the course of the making of this video. When we started out hauling these groceries uphill around a curve. So there's so much more to the American Pit Bull Terrier. I prefer the term working pit bull dog because it is more in line with the purposes for which I intend to apply my dogs. I intend to apply a dog that is typically larger, perhaps more muscular than the standard for your American Pit Bull Terrier, but that is genetically 100% American Pit Bull Terrier. So that being an anomaly, as they say, um, it is the fact that these dogs do exist. Again, shout out to Kenneth Sonia of Camelot Pit, who recently posted the DNA results for Outlaw, to shut up Master of Bulldogs and all these other people who keep trying to put Camelot Pits in the bullies category. Need to think again. And I didn't need DNA results to tell me that these dogs were pit bulls, but it was damn good to see that he was able to post those results. I'm not going to belabor this point anymore. I think that video, y'all go check out Camelot Pits here on YouTube. That's Camelot Pits, all one word. And I think that video says it all. This video says a lot more about what we need to continue to show of the American Pit Bull Terrier. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Ray with Imperial Flame Kennels. Y'all keep the heat.